Can you easily atone for something that you did? We'll see. So, hi, hello, hello, and welcome to today's weekend insight. And for this particular insight, what I got, all right, was that there was a situation where you looked at someone with disdain, and I feel like you notice this and you're like, I can't continue doing this because if I do, it's going to basically give me bad karma. And so, what can I do to atone for my bad behavior? So this we want to first see if this headspace, if we're coming at this from a headspace of a victim or a creator. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my viewers, my subscribers, please come forward and share if we are viewing this as a victim or a victor. Victim. We are viewing this situation as a victim. And so, of course, it's going to be difficult because if we are viewing this situation as a victim, as in we did something wrong and so we are the victim, if we are viewing ourselves as a victim in this situation, in the sense that we were not in charge of how we thought about this person, then that is how a victim can be. But when this situation happened to me this week, or last week, I noticed that this was happening, and when I noticed that what I had done was not actually was not very, mature of me. I was like, ooh, I can't necessarily think that because it is. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Because this is actually going to get me back into the bad juju, the bad karma stance, and I would like to stay away from that. So we've got a couple of cards. We got Psalm 51:10, Psalm book 51 verse 10, which says, "Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." So this would be in regards to the people who are like, I need help. So just repeat these words. Repeat these words, which are, "Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me." To make sure that you become a creator and not so much a victim. Because when you are cognizant of the fact that those thoughts are actually going to take you back a little bit in your karma, this would help. Now the second card is Romans book 8 verse 28, which says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose." So if you know the purpose of God, and if you identify with that, you know that you are in alignment with what God wants. And if you are in alignment with what God wants, you are most certainly going to stay on the right path, because you're like, this is not the right way of thinking. I don't want to think this way because that'll just set me back a few. Now the third card, all right, is Romans book 15 verse 7, and it says, "Accept one another then, just as Christ accepted you, in order to bring praise to God." And so this is just saying that if you are going in alignment with God, the idea of this, of thinking ill of someone will not actually be you'll actually shy away from it, because as we all, well, I don't know if you know this, but Jesus said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, right? And the last card is Matthew book 22 verse 37, which says, Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind." So if you are in love with God and what God put forward, then it is more probable that you'll listen to God. And if you listen to God, you'll be more off that you'll be more in alignment with what God wants. So what my question to you is what is your stance with God? Are you Do you want to obey or do you want to listen, or are you just like, nay, I have nothing to do with this being? Ponder that.